Ian Epstein, the co-founder of PropSwap, joins us right now, and we're going to talk first of all about what you guys do, so you can help us understand this. This is sort of the eBay of betting, right?
That's right. Yeah.
What do you guys do?
So PropSwap is the first and only secondary market for sports bets. So people who place legal sports wagers in the United States, so that's now 13 different states at the moment, they can, after the bet, place it up for sale on our website at a price they determine, and then we will find them a buyer. So basically we match buyers and sellers of sports bets.
Okay. I know the first question some people are going to ask, why would I want to sell my sports bet?
Well, that's a good question. There's a lot of different reasons why you would want to sell your sports bet, right? Bets, when before PropSwap, you made a bet and either it won and you won everything, or it lost and you got nothing, right? All or nothing. But there's a whole range of values that anyone's bet is worth at a given time. So we're allowing people to capitalize on a bet increasing in value, or maybe it's decreased in value and you want to get out of it, right? You say, I bet $100 and I'd rather lose 50 than lose 100. This bet looks bad. And so basically PropSwap gives you the freedom to exit out of your bet at any time and not have to wait to the end of the game or the event.
Or you could also make money on your bet, as you mentioned before,
yeah,
right?
Exactly right. So if it increases in value, we allow you to post it for sale for a profit, and then, yeah, exactly, you can make money on a ticket that ends up losing. No longer does your bet need to win in order to make money, it just needs to improve.
What's the incentive then, I guess, for the person who buys it? Like, why would somebody want to buy this?
Right, so there's a couple different reasons why you would buy it. There's a lot of bets where the sports book, offers them, and then when the season starts, they don't offer them, right? So, for example, if I wanted to bet,
you missed your window.
You missed your window, right? And so, we give you that second chance, right? Because someone made the bet before the season, and now it's unavailable, so they'll sell it to you. We're seeing with the legalization of sports betting that there's some regional biases on these teams, right? The odds on the New York Giants are different in New Jersey than they are in Vegas, right? So someone in Vegas could make get better odds on the Giants, sell that to someone in New Jersey. The other reason is that sellers can offer odds better than the sports book because they have that freedom to do so. And then of course, because they're not making any bets on our site. They're buying existing bets.
They're buying a
right.
ticket.
The wager happened at the casino. After that, that ticket becomes your property. No different than a baseball card or a concert ticket. And so when you list that for sale, you can then sell that to someone, and it's not considered the buyer making a bet. So therefore, residents of states where there is no explicitly legal sports betting can buy tickets on PropSwap as well. So PropSwap is an avenue for people to get their hands on sports bets legally.
Okay, this is so intriguing to me. So if you live in a state where sports betting is not allowed, you can buy the bet on PropSwap and it does become legal. It's because you're buying.
Correct.
You're buying a.
Because the wager happened at the casino. You're buying someone else's property. Millions of visitors come to Vegas every year. They make sports bets. They go home with them. So there's already tickets floating around the country. I would venture to say there's more Vegas tickets in New York City than there are in actually Vegas. And then so you can.
But it's not legal, right?
Well, actually, New York does have legal sports betting. But my point is that these tickets are floating all over the place anyway. So it's legal to possess a ticket in New York, and so basically we're just tapping into that already existing infrastructure.
And so if you live in a state where it's not legal, let's just say,
I
don't know, Washington State,
yeah,
it's not legal there, right?
Correct.
So Washington State, you buy one of these tickets, and let's say you win.
Right.
How do you get your?
Right. So if you buy a winning ticket on PropSwap, we send you the ticket and then you mail it to the casino. So again, millions of visitors come to Vegas, they make bets, they go home with them. Vegas doesn't expect you to come back in person to cash it. There are instructions that you mail the ticket to.
But I'm talking about it in terms of the online betting, though, in terms of the online.
Right.
So, okay, I see what you're saying.
So we send you the ticket to your hometown.
I see what you're saying. So it's essentially for places that don't allow you to do these bets online, right? Those states. Now you're able to purchase the ticket anywhere.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Okay.
Right.
Wow, this is intriguing. How did you guys come up with this idea?
So my background, I was a trader at a sports book, like a risk manager. Moved to Vegas in 2012, and so I kind of had some sports betting knowledge. And then a college buddy of mine called me up in 2013. He lived in San Francisco at the time, and he said, "Hey, I made this bet over Labor Day on the Saints to win the Super Bowl at 50-1 odds, and it's 2 months later, and it's improved. So they're down to 15-1. So it's increased in value. Is there anywhere I can sell this thing?" And I was like, no, there's not. And I had thought about that too. And I said, I have no idea why not. And he's like, well, if I made the bet and it wins and I send you the ticket, can you cash it? I said, yeah, I can. It's like, all right, well then these things are transferable. So that was October 2013. That kind of got something thinking of, yeah, like why can't this exist? And so that guy is now my current co-founder, and we've been at it for a couple years now.
This is so intriguing to me. So what has been the hardest thing about starting the company that you guys have right now? Because you said really and truly it's educating your customers.
Right. This whole thing has been a lesson in human psychology that I was not ready for. People overvalue their possessions, right? So something is worth that I own is worth more to me than it is to you who wants to buy it, right? And so people grow this attachment, this kind of emotional attachment to their bet, right? They made it, in January, and now it's May, and they're in the finals, and everything's good. Everything, they played really well. Everything was good. Why would I bail out now? But I mean, at the end of the day, only one team's winning the championship, right? And so there's a lot more losing bets than there are winning bets, right? That's why these casinos have their lights on, right? And so having to convince people, I mean, we've had people turn down literally $40,000 from us, right? Hey, for a bet, it's a true story. A guy bet $400 on a team and made it to the finals, and then we offered him $40,000 for the ticket, and he rejected it. Vegas Golden Knights, when they made their Cinderella run, we had so many offers to people who declined them because they were like, it's a team of destiny. It's a team of destiny. And then they end up losing.
So emotional.
It's so
Sports
emotional.
Is so, this is why. Well, this is
Yeah.
why. This is why.
And so, people in America, people are very risk seeking, right? With their wagers, right? Gambling, everyone's risk seeking, but investing, everyone's really risk averse. And so we're trying to bring more of an investing mentality to sports betting.
I was gonna ask you about that because I'm thinking, okay, if you do a $400 bet and you're not going to sell it for $40,000, what would they have won if?
Right.
What would it,
and so because they see that they would have won $100,000, so they see that collect amount on their ticket, and they've already spent the money in their head, right?
Yes.
They're already going on vacation, buying cars, and so a penny. He literally said, if I sell this for $40,000, I'm losing $60,000.
I see.
That's how they see it, and so it's complete different mindset.
They don't see it as losing 400.
Exactly right. And well, you should see it as losing you're risking $40,000 if you don't take this offer. You're not risking 400. You're now risking $40,000 if you don't take this offer.
Okay, so what is the biggest purchase you guys have had for a winning bet or a losing bet?
So our biggest sale was last year, NFL playoffs. It was actually a very notable sale. A guy before the season bet $8,000 on the Saints to win the Super Bowl, to win $160,000, and then the day before the NFC Championship game against the LA Rams, he sold that ticket to two TV personalities named Cousin Sal and Clay Travis for $57,000. He sold that Saints ticket. A day later is probably the most infamous NFL playoff game of all time that ended into a rule change. And so that's how Clay and Sal lost $57,000.
Right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And what's been the reverse? Like what's the biggest?
The biggest win, let's see, we sold, so in total, we sold over $100,000 worth of winning Raptors tickets. We sold over $150,000 worth of Blues winning tickets. So there are winners out there. But again, most tickets lose. So when it comes to these futures.
People listening out there, most tickets.
Yeah.
So sell your tickets if you're betting
Take
online.
the guaranteed money when you can.
How does this gaming and this online stuff, how is this affecting your business?
It's been great. So when we first started this business, Nevada was the only state with legalized sports betting. We do not accept wagers from offshore, illegal bets. And so when the Supreme Court changed the rule to allow sports betting in other states, that increased our market size. And so now our market went from 1 state to now 13 states. And we can sell any legal wagers, and we continue, we expect it to grow. And I think within 2 years, you'll see 35 states with legal sports betting, all of which you'll be able to sell on PropSwap.
Like your first month, how did you guys do? Like what was your profit margin or what?
When we first started this thing, people said, well, this is dumb. Why would I sell my bet? I've made it because I thought I was going to win, right? So it took a while to convince people that they should sell their tickets because most tickets lose. And so if they can sell it for a profit, that making money is the name of the game. So when we first started, we kind of had to get over those barriers of of convince people that selling was a good idea. And then the next barrier was convince people to take a reasonable amount of money for them. Because people overvalue their possessions, right? And so people want too much for their tickets. And so we've had, education has been a big part,
Well, you just educated me, literally.
Yeah, exactly. So if I can just, have a 2-minute conversation with every one of our customers, then we'll do all right.
What's been your lowest purchase for your biggest win?
If you didn't follow the story, the St. Louis Blues were one of the worst teams in the league last year in January. They fired their coach, they benched their goalie, and so they were 300-1 to win the Stanley Cup. So we actually sold a couple guys who bet them earlier, sold them for a big loss, right? Because they looked so bad. So they bet $100, sold it for $50 on our site, and then guys kind of scooped up, went a little dumpster diving for those tickets, and paid off big for them.
How much?
Let's see. We paid out. One guy won $20,000 off of a $50 ticket.
So there are some wins, but
yeah.
they're rare.
Yeah. But yeah, there are some wins.
Wow, this is very fascinating. Ian, it's great talking to you. Good luck.
Thanks for having me.